Alright, good morning. If you're watching this bit, well, I'm still getting set up. So, but I gotta go live, I think, in order to share a link to the thing, so. Give me 1 minute. Oh, that's not the right button. Yeah, if you're just tuning in and watching this, but I just recommend going to live. There's nothing back here interesting. There we go. Send one message on this computer. Send one message on this computer. The magic of the internet. Now close Facebook on both. All right. Everything should be good to go. Oh, not quite. I have to set up a qualifying setup. I never did that. That's embarrassing.
The leader has just done a 111.17.
Not that embarrassing, but it's not ideal. Alright, again, if you're just joining, welcome. Still getting set up here. I should be qualifying right now, but I have a half hour. I mean, honestly, that's like an eternity. I've done a lot of practice. I don't feel like I need a full half hour to get this figured out, I'd hope. Alright, so
The leader has just done a 110.93.
we're going to try to guess how much fuel it's going to take for 10 laps. I think this is probably like 3 laps of fuel, so let's say we go to, let's just go to 50 pounds. Let's go until the car bottoms out. Okay, it's bottoming out now. So let's go to 41 pounds. Let's see if that'll do us 10 laps of racing. We should be on the soft tire. We are. Okay. All right. I guess I can do introductions now. Good morning. Welcome to the fourth round of the Formula I season, the first season of 2022. I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be a second or third one. We are today driving the Mercedes W12 at Hockenheim, a lovely little hellhole in Germany. I have crashed on every corner save 2. Let's see how we do. Hopes are a little bit low for this race because crashing just seems to be a thing.
All clear on pit exit. You can push now. Okay, Cody, we've got 25 minutes to do the business.
The track is marked by a lot of really fast corners with really, really unforgiving exits. I wasn't joking. I have crashed. During practice, I have crashed in every single corner except for 2 of them. In various ways. Crashed or spun out. It's a brutal track. But let's see what we can do here. I'll walk you through a lap here on the next lap here, I suppose. Why not?
The leader's just done a 110.79.
Now the fastest lap in race trim is a high 112. Alright, let's go fast. Let's see what we can do. Qualifying mode's on. Turn 1 is flat. It's unbelievably flat, which is crazy. It's super fast. Turn 2 is a weird off-camber high-speed thing that you gotta stay into the inside a little bit so you get a good run through here. 3 onto the DRS, down this long straight into a huge hairpin. One of the biggest braking zones of the season. We're like pretty close to 200 miles an hour there. Down to about 50 miles an hour. This is flat, but there's a big bump in the middle of it, so you spin sometimes if you got full fuel, which is fun. Sorry, I can't talk and drive at the same time apparently. 1:11.5.
B6, your last lap time was at 1:11.59.
I'll take it. Alright, qualifying mode back off. We're gonna see if this thing will do 10 laps. We've done 2 so far. The fueling screen says we have enough fuel for 9 more, which seems reasonable. It's just the sprint race is 10 laps. Or is it 10 minutes? I think it's 10 minutes, so it's not going to be 10 full laps. Which means I've got too much fuel on board. See this cars littered across the track? Something tells me he's on a fast lap and I'm slowing him down. Let's let him by. If I ruined his lap already, it's kind of too late to do anything about it, but I feel bad I wasn't paying attention. Okay, well, let's go for another flying lap. The battery's recharged. Qualifying mode is on. Let's see what we can do here.
That last lap was at 1:21.21.
Forgot to turn DRS off. So, in that front straight, you know, so DRS opens the rear wing, right?
We've been called into the pits for repairs.
So it opens the rear wing, and the rear wing closes again when you either get off of full throttle or you hit the brakes.
The guy ahead has just done a 1:11.51.
I'm so sick of the crew chief right now. I've got to turn this thing down. Next week. By next week, I'll have him turned way down. Anyway, the rear wing gets opened up, and it doesn't close until you get off the throttle, or you hit the brakes, or you push the button again, which the third option is one you almost never use.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. Watch your mirrors.
But this car takes turn 1 flat, and the DRS flap is open. What are you doing? I just came out.
Blue flag.
So for turn 1 here, I have to close the DRS manually. Otherwise, that happens. And believe it or not, that has not happened to me yet. I've never done that yet. So that was fun. I just forgot to turn the DRS off. And when I went to turn, I had no rear downforce. So the rear of the car just didn't stick. Pretty spectacular crash. I have to remember to do that in the race too. If I get DRS on somebody coming down into turn 1, I really do have to remember to turn that off manually. Nice little wake-up call though. Okay, qualifying mode's on. Let's try this again. DRS off.
7th position.
I was late getting turned off. My flap is dirty now.
The guy in front has just done a 1:11.55.
How far off the pace am I? Since I kind of already screwed this lap up. I'm really not far. Another 10th, and I'd be up three more positions. I'm right on the pace. So that's really promising because I just took 2/10 out of one corner. I'm up 6/10 right now. There's a lot more pace in this. Honestly, I just put down a banker lap. But I already screwed up the lap. I already dirtied it, so I should probably get out of qualifying mode. Save my tires a little bit. We'll go again. If I have the battery to do it. Well, that's one way to drive. That's one way to do it. Okay. I don't know if I have enough battery. I'll turn it on. We'll try. Or not. Sorry, guys. Too many things going on at once. This really isn't a track of that sort of thing.
P9.
Honestly, I don't know how many laps these tires are going to last. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab a fresh set of tires. Luke is in first. 1:10.7. That's 0.8 faster than me, but I was 0.6 up.
Pit exit's clear.
I could theoretically catch up to him. I'm not going to hold my breath, but... Well, let's see what we can do. Who knows?
Blue flag.
Should be a blue flag for a guy that's off the track. That makes sense. Very distracted again. There's a guy behind me. I think he's on a hot lap, and I'm still on a warm-in lap, so there's no... I gotta let him by. But he's kind of too far behind me to do that, so... Alright. Full battery. Alright, qualifying mode is on. Let's get this track.
Mind these track limits, please, Cody.
It's jammed in qualifying mode because this game is a video game and not real life. You can even see it flickering. Why does it do that? Nobody knows. It's just a bug in the game. It won't let me out of qualifying mode. Technical issues. No. It just won't let me out of qualifying mode.
Fastest lap for Augusto, 1:10.30.
Sorry about this, but I need to restart the game. Unless I'm misunderstanding something about the way this is supposed to work, which I don't think that I am. Oh, see that? See that car miss? He didn't turn his DRS off. That's why he's currently sideways at 180 miles an hour. I don't know if you guys saw that. I know the resolution isn't actually that great. It's much nicer for me. I don't know what kind of screen you're getting right now. It may be black. It may be my desktop. Either way, I apologize. Please hold. If I can get... I know that there's pace. I got to get turn 1 right. I'm really actually very surprised that the car isn't just breezing through turn 1 really easily. Give me 1 second, please. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to grab some coffee while I had a moment. Turn 1 should be flat. And it hasn't been. It's not that it's not the easiest corner to do flat when you're really on it. You got to get the line just so, and I guess I've been missing the lineup because I'm running just a little wide. I mean, I'm running wide by half a tire, but it's like that's where the off-track line is, and if you get an off-track, the qualifying lap doesn't count. So it's almost frustrating to know that there's potentially a full second in my lap that I'm not getting, and right now it's because I'm failing to get through the first corner. There's not a lot of other places where an off-track is something that I'm worried about, as long as I keep the car pointed the right direction, but turn 1 is one of them. So we have 13 minutes left.
New fastest lap for Augusto, 1:10.30.
My eyes are not aligned correctly. Try to get that right. Okay. Drop down to 12th. In my absence, they have kept racing, which I think is very disrespectful. There. Look, I can turn deployment off now. That's good. Okay, let's do this.
There's a car approaching. Stay behind the white line. We've got 12 minutes to set a lap. Blue flag.
Okay. Let's just warm these bad boys up. I know that there's more time in this. I'm actually really excited about how competitive my times are. Granted, these guys are doing a bunch of 110s. I don't know that I expect a 110. What happened there? I just drove off the track. I don't know that I expect a 110 out of myself. All I'm saying is I know I can go faster than I have done, and that's pretty cool. So let's see what we can do. Just do a nice, easy warm-up lap. All right. Poly mode is on. Nice and early, so I don't have to think about it. Remember to turn DRS off, but I have to be committed through turn 1. I can't half-ass that. I'll just lose so much time. Okay, here we go. DRS off.
V12.
Shouldn't be an eighth gear. I was a little bit slow off the line, but look at my time. I'm 8 tenths up, 9 tenths up. Just gotta hook this up. Had to lift. That didn't cost me. That's okay. Had to lift there. I had confidence lift. Oh, that was fast. That's 2.5 seconds faster.
That's your best lap in this session.
Yeah, and it's good enough for P12? What the hell? I don't understand what it was comparing to. Okay, I'm dumb. Very clearly it was comparing to something else. My lap time there was a 1:11.6, and my best lap time was a 1:11.5. So all that excitement, I think, was because it was comparing my lap to my warm-up lap. I was kind of blown away by the idea that I had gone 2.5 seconds faster.
There's traffic behind. Take care.
Okay, let's go again.
Blue flag.
Yeah, thanks. Just trying to grab slipstream off of me while I'm coming out of the pits. It's a very Flavio kind of thing to do, I guess. Pretty wild behavior. Okay. I was gonna say the lap didn't feel like it was that fast, but that's what the clock said. So who am I to argue? We're gonna let Grabowski by. He's going real fast.
Blue flag.
Alright. We're going to do this again. We're going to go even faster this time. Qualifying mode on.
Blue flag.
I'm so hesitant on the throttle there. I mean, that's honestly just waiting and waiting and waiting until I'm confident enough to gun it. It's never going to give me a fast lap doing that. There we go, picked up a couple tenths, 3 tenths right there, just by being more aggressive with the throttle. That's a lot of curve. That was a lot of curb. Yeah, and later I get to do that 45 times in a row and not touch that curb, because if I do, it's the end of my race. But for now, grab a fresh car, go again.
Track's clear. Push, push, push.
Sorry, if you guys are watching qualifying, I know this isn't the most thrilling thing in the world, but, or I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe you really enjoy qualifying. But we'll get through it soon. We'll have a proper race to do. I have 7 minutes, which means I really only have maybe one more shot at this. And this is it, presumably. No pressure or anything. Otherwise, I'm starting the sprint race in 13th, which is not great. I think passing at this track is going to be very difficult. Overtaking is going to be very difficult to do on this track. Wow. Alright. Qualifying mode. Sometimes you go into a corner expecting a certain amount of understeer and then it doesn't happen. Just really turn. Unbelievable. I have not crashed like that before. So add another one to the list. That's another new way I've crashed. I've crashed at this track in so many different ways. It's
There's traffic approaching. Watch your mirrors.
shocking, honestly.
Blue flag.
But this is why I'm concerned about the race, is because I'm not. That was the last corner. I mean, granted, the last corner of the warm-up lap is important because that time starts to actually count. As you get onto the front straight, it matters for your top speed and things like that. But it was a warm-up lap, and I crashed. So you can appreciate why I'm concerned about the race. I'm going to have to drive it very cautiously. I can't push the boundaries, the edges. The edges are crashing. It's just crashing, and it's hard for me to go for more than half an hour without crashing here, and now I have to go for an hour, so. Okay, qualifying mode is on. Let's do this right this time.
B13. That lap time was 1:11.78. Right side's clear.
Me and Luca just very nearly crashed. That was proper close. And then he did crash. Spooked him off the lap, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna go again on old tires. I'm recharging the battery right now. I don't think I'm gonna get it recharged in time for the lap, but we'll see. But I want one more try. Yeah, I'll have it recharged by the time we get around. I don't know if these tires are still any good. I have to try again though. This is 13th is a little disappointing if I'm honest. Although I haven't mentioned it, I've only ever raced at this track like one time. I don't know it very well. Yeah, we're gonna wait the last second to turn on qualifying mode. No, we got plenty of battery. Qualifying mode on. Like 82%. So much. Well, there you have it, folks. 111.5, which if I had gone 1/10 faster would have been another position. If I had gone 2/10 faster, it would have been 3 more positions. But ultimately, that was as fast as I could go. To be fair, it's the fastest I've ever gone around here, or 111.6, I guess, technically. But, you know, it's disappointing, but not out of hand. Like I said, I've raced here one time on like the Formula 1 video game. So I had a vague idea. Like I knew about the big hairpin. Everyone remembers the big hairpin. Because it's crazy. You're going like 180 to 200 miles an hour or something like that, and then you have to slam on the brakes and get down to, it's a second gear corner. And if I learned anything in Suzuka and places like that, is that there are no second gear corners with this car. The second gear is garbage in this car. It's so short you spin the tires, but that corner is legitimately a second gear corner. You can't do it in third. It bogs really badly.
That's the end of the session.
But
13th
anyway,
place.
I didn't know the track very well. I had to learn it all this week, and I went from not being able to drive for more than 10 minutes without crashing to one time I went 59 minutes without crashing, and the reason I didn't go 60 is because I ran out of gas. But basically I did one full stint, but last night I practiced and I crashed. I did a small crash at 15 minutes and swapped tires in my front wing, and then I did a big crash at about the 45-minute mark. So I'm going to have to be a little bit slower in the race. But okay, we have a race start. Let's not bungle this. I don't know where the danger points are going to be, but I suspect there's going to be some carnage pretty quickly. I'm hoping I can avoid it, but I don't know. So, let's be smart. Let's try to avoid crashes. That's my biggest concern, not going fast, just avoiding carnage in the opening lap, and then we'll worry about passing people if we have the pace. But I have to say, I really don't care much for this track. It is... I mean, any racetrack is okay, but it's just... I don't know, I don't think it's very fun. and I'm not very fast at it. Well, that's fun. It's like a Mercedes logo, but he's got it red. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if people are starting from the pits. If they're planning on starting this race, they better hurry up and get in here. I mean, we're going. Luca qualified 3rd. Olivier qualified 7th.
10 minutes.
Right, here we go.
Okay, Cody, be ready. Green, green, green. 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
All right, that was the part I was really nervous about. Now let's see what we can do in the hairpin, I guess.
Left side, clear left. Car right. He's
Hello,
still
what
there.
the f-
Clear right.
What
Car
are you
right.
doing? I'm right
side's clear.
here.
Looks like P5's gone off in turn 10.
Sorry for yelling. He just came across. Just came across and hit me. I don't think that's how you do that. That's one way to keep me from passing you, I guess. There, Flavio. Freaking dick. Whatever. Look, it's fine. Just keep going.
P7.
I'm on attack mode here, but I think so must Grabowski be. He's flying. Yeah, I'm turning attack mode back on. Look at all the wheel spin. A wheel spin through 2nd, 3rd, finally 4th caught. That's really not good for my rear tires. This is pretty nerve-wracking kind of racing here. I mean,
Left side, clear left. Car left, clear left.
scared him off the track.
The leader's just done a
I'd feel bad for him.
112.09.
If he hadn't hit me for no reason earlier.
P6.
P6. Holy cow. All right, we got to keep it together now because 6th place would be a nice finish. We got guys behind me. So let's not panic here. There's not a lot of race, so we can't screw this up too badly, but holy cow, the objects in mirror are closer than they appear. I just thought they were right on top of me all of a sudden. Just gotta hold it together. A P6 star would be lovely. But I'm gonna drive conservative. It's more important. It's more important to finish.
Fastest lap. Your lap time was 112.83.
That's a nice lap. 112.83. I'm happy with that. I got plenty of
Jackson
battery.
is now in the lead.
If Christian Gruel gets close to me, I've got plenty of battery to get this thing going. planning on using it to defend my position rather than attack. He's getting attacked by a lot of people, including like Oliviera and stuff, so he's gonna have a hard time here pretty shortly. Jeez, I hate that corner so much. There's a huge bump right in the middle of it. You'd think they'd resurface that. Every time you go over it, you feel the car get loose. It's scary.
Okay, Cody, that's half distance. Fuel levels are fine. 5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes left. That lap time was 1:12.74.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed here. I have to do 5 more minutes of this. I thought we were closer to the end. It's alright, 5 minutes, easy. Just 4 laps. My track tends to wreck me really hard. It's alright, we're just gonna go for it. Easy.
Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
I mean, not very well. He clearly is way out ahead of me, but he wasn't before, so I guess I'm not keeping up with that. That's fine. I may be carrying damage. That's going to slow me down pretty substantially.
That lap was at 1:13.00.
Every corner of this track. Every corner. Just start to spin. You get on the gas and the car wants to let go. It's something to do with this setup. It's not a setup I built.
I think P4's gone off in Spitzker hairpin.
Oh, bad rejoin. Weiser and Grabowski just touched. And I think Grabowski lost his wing. That's a shame. But I'll be taking that position.
Okay, Cody, push now. We can catch up here. Incident in Mercedes.
I just lost about a second to the guy behind me. I swear Grabowski lost his front wing. I thought I saw it on the ground. You can drive the car without a front wing. I have done it. It's just slow. It's just very slow.
P5. You've got half your fuel left.
I clearly overfueled the car. That's better over than under. That's what I keep saying. A little wide of the hairpin there, a little wide of the apex.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
I still have attack mode. I think we're gonna give it a try. There's only like 1 or 2 laps left anyway. If I'm gonna catch him, I gotta start my campaign now.
That's the fastest lap.
You just let me by.
Sweet pass, mate.
He let me by because he couldn't stop me. But he also took DRS, so I don't know if he's trying some serious trickery. Still in attack mode here. I haven't given up on that, but we have half our battery left. There we go. short shift to 6 to reduce the torque. It helps keep the car from spinning there.
There's an incident in Nord Curve.
Nord curve, that's T1. White flag. Third of our battery left. Browski's up
P4,
behind
you've just
me
done a
anymore.
112.61.
Wow.
5 minutes of fuel remaining.
It's our
5 minutes.
13th. It's going to start the race P4. That's white flag, by the way. This is the last lap. I'm out of battery, though. Golly. Put it on balance, but I don't know what we can do now. If someone comes up behind me, I'm in trouble because I got no deploy.
There's an incident in turn 7.
Next guy's 5 seconds ahead. There's Jason parked on the side of the road, like you do. To 4th. Just by keeping my nose clean. Just driving it home now. There's no. Next guy's 4 seconds back. I mean, I'm not going fast, but that's it.
There's an incident in Nord Curve. You think it might be Augusto. Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
How about that?
P4. There we go. It's over. Bring it back round.
You always sound so disappointed with me. That was my only off track. What I just did, I had 0 off tracks that race. That's really good too. Well, cool. Well, we're starting P4, which feels so the advantage to starting so far ahead, even though I'm quite a bit slower
Checkered flag. P4.
than half the grid. The advantage is that I start ahead of a lot of traffic, which means that if there's an incident, it's likely going to happen behind me. That is a pretty big deal. I need to change over to my racing setup. I'm not even going to bother saving this. I don't need it for anything. Hockenheim GP. This is a little overfueled as well, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna grab a swig of coffee, and then I do want to go put in a couple laps on these medium tires. So yeah, sorry, what I was saying is since I start far ahead, if there is a big crash, which there often is, it'll probably happen behind me, and that's a huge advantage. So all I have to do is maintain my 4th place for like 3 corners. And even if it's not maintaining 4th, even if it's 5th or 6th, if P8 and P9 crash, you know, then I'm in business, you know. Because I should be. I mean, I'm on pace. I'm 13th fastest.
Pit exit's clear. Push.
But I'm starting P4. I mean, hey, cool. I mean, that's pretty neat stuff. So who knows? Maybe my race pace is a lot better than my quali pace. Where have we heard that before? There was something else I was going to say too. Oh, right. So, during my practice last night, like I mentioned, I had crashed and broke my front wing, which gave me a lot of really interesting information, because I drove a full lap without a front wing. And the car is very drivable, it's just very slow. It's like 2 seconds a lap slower. So if there's more than 10 laps left in the race, it's worth it to pit. If there's less, it might not be. The other thing I learned while driving around, well, then I pitted and I put on the hard tire, which I had not used before on this track. And that was really interesting. My goal was to see if the hard tire would last for 45 minutes. I unfortunately only made it 30 before I crashed. But it wasn't because the tires were failing. The tires were doing fine. I just messed up. So I think the hard tires will last for a full 45 minutes without really any trouble. To be fair, I expect the mediums to last for 40, so it's not shocking then that the hards would probably last for the whole race if we were allowed to do that, but we are required to change tires and to use 2 different compounds. So I'll be using hopefully the mediums and the softs, but if I get into trouble early and I need to pit, I can put the hards on, and they were shockingly a very good tire. I mean, they were not much worse at all than the mediums. What is that, Jason? So scary, buddy. So scary. So, forgot to turn DRS off. I turned it off right at the last second, so I didn't.
Track limits, this lap will be deleted.
This car, it's fine. I mean, I've done 3 or 4 hours of practice with these tires at this fuel level, plus or minus a few laps. I've done a lot of practice here, so car feels fine. I feel fine. I guess I'm ready. If maybe a little nervous. And if you're just joining me now, thank you for coming. The real race is starting here in about 30 seconds. We're at Hockenheim in Germany. It's a terrible track, but I have to race here. It's not the worst track. That's the shocking thing. It's terrible. It is terrible, but it's not the worst. Okay. Qualifying on pace, 13th.
That's the end of the session, P2.
And then the sprint race went very well. I'd love to watch a replay of the sprint race, actually, because I don't know how the heck I ended up going from 13th to 4th, but I will take it. And now we race. So here we go. Nice and calm. Let's get the race start. Try to keep up with these guys. I'm actually going to leave the car on attack mode with the battery, just so that I can keep away from the guys behind, and hopefully we don't get wrapped up in any incidents, though. This track does make me very nervous for incidents, so we're just going to be calm. The guys in front are way faster than me. The guys behind me are arguably quite a bit faster than me, so this is actually very dangerous. Gruel isn't significantly, but Oliveira and Manuel, they are faster than I am, so let's see what happens here. Just got to get through a few corners with no incidents. That's the goal. And get the race start right. Thank you all for watching, by the way. I do.
The track temp is 93 Fahrenheit. The air temp is 66 Fahrenheit. Be ready. Go. Incident in Nord Curve. Looks like it's Esteban.
I wasn't on attack mode, but I am now. A lot of adrenaline.
Start's okay. We're still in good shape here.
Oh, dirty air. Scary. I'm going back to balanced mode now. We're doing this now for real. I had to lift. I knew the dirty air would have pulled me off the track. this Jacob fellow behind me is faster than I am, and Luke is behind him, and he's faster than me. If they really press the attack, I'm going to let him have the position.
There's an incident in turn 9. It looks like Jackson.
I'm not certain, but I may be in second place at the moment. How do I not have DRS? Give me a break.
P2, the leader has just done a 114.38.
That's P2. Holy cow. Attack mode's on. DRS is on. I've practiced this.
Car left, clear left, left side. Hold your line. Clear left, car left.
He hit me.
Clear left.
He hit me. I don't know why he hit me. I think I have suspension damage. I've got a black flag. He broke my car.
Showing the meatball flag. We'll need to come into the pits for repairs.
Okay. Alright. We practiced for this too. I don't know what's going on with my rear wing, but it's scary. This is hard to drive right now. Nursing a lot of damage here. Get to the pits.
Clear left. Clear left. Watch your speed. Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour.
Going on to the
guy in
hards.
front has just done a 114.50.
We're going long. We're going long on the hards. Okay, let's go.
All clear. Push
Going
now.
long on the hards. This could come back to me. This really could. I don't know if I moved left on him or what. I expected him to back out of the corner. He just didn't. And I guess that's his prerogative, but he ran into the back of me and broke my rear suspension. But I'm fixed now. I don't think that was my fault. I'd called a racing incident. I'm not going to sit here and blame him. I probably squeezed him. Really
Incident
hard
in
outside.
Mercedes. There's an incident in turn 10.
Now, I've just pitted, and I might be in 7th.
Yellow flag.
I get these tires up to temperature. They're going to be worse. I'm not going to get my dream of P2 or that other position that I don't even dare say is gone. That's dead, but that's okay. We're going to recover this race. We're going to get a good points finish. Really strong one, I think. So long as I don't
Looks like
crash.
P6 has gone off in Nord curve.
This T1 is Nord curve.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about
They'll
you,
say
mate.
that you
P8.
go up if you just go wide, so I would ignore that at all.
That's a new fastest lap for Augusto, 113.24.
P6 has spun it. Jason's in front of me now. This is going very well, actually. I honestly believe that. I'm disappointed I got crashed into. A little. But, you know. The guy behind me who's chasing me down, he's a lap behind. The only reason I don't want to let him by is because I don't know if he's fast or slow, but he doesn't seem fast enough. What I mean by that is if he gets in front of me, I can only really drive as fast as he drives, and I think he's slower than I am. So if I make a mistake and he gets in front of me, I'll have to pass him, which slows us both down, or I'll have to drive behind him, which if he's slower than me, Slows me down. He just spun. Now it's a non-issue.
P7, that's your quickest lap in this session. Right side's clear.
This part where Grabowski makes a big thing of it. I think his teammate is Jason, who is ahead of me. He may overtake me here. He didn't, but he almost ran into the back of me. Stefan, I'm on hards. You can't do this to me, dude. He's gonna hit the back of me because he's on fresh softs or something. I'm on hards. I'm about to let him go. I know he's faster. He's got the pace to be ahead of me. I know he does. He qualified 5th, I think. But this is how many crashes there's been, and we're 8 minutes into the race. This track is ridiculous. All I gotta do is keep it together. Be the least ridiculous of them all. Jeez, he's scaring me. Yes, please. Pass me. I mean, honestly,
Car right.
You're a lap behind. You're scaring
Still
the
there.
crap out of me.
Clear right.
Thank you. Yeah, he's on different tires than I am. He's on mediums. Oh, jeez. Just make a hash of it. Hey, no big deal. Somebody didn't practice that. Glad I didn't try to hang it around the outside. Oh my god. What?
There's an incident in Mercedes.
Honestly. Why don't you just call it a day then? Criminy. Yep, he did call it a day. Yeah, I feel a little bad about that, but he didn't hear me. I just said that for your edification. I wouldn't say that to him, but he just disconnected. That's funny. I mean, I feel a little bad about that, but look, he sat there and battled me, drove off track, and then immediately spun the car. Like, if you're not ready, then don't come. Okay, the guy behind me is that lapped guy again, but I had to slow down so much for Grabowski there. Now I'm on worse tires, but this is my...
Looks like P4 has gone off in turn 10.
It's brave, but I'm expecting these tires to get me all the way to the end of the race. I don't think there's logic in pitting for more tires if I can avoid it. Unless these start to really challenge me. This would be the longest stint I've ever done on them. So I can't say that they'll last. And I don't know if I spin or lock up the front left on that corner we just did a bunch, which I didn't do that time, but I've done a couple times. I need new tires. This front left gets very abused in this track. A lot of very high-speed right-handers. And if I lock up my brakes and stuff on it, it'll die a very rough death. Taking it very easy through all these corners. It makes me slower than a lot of the guys behind me. And P1 was never really on because I can't drive with the commitment to take P1 or I'll crash. At this track. This track in particular has really vexed me. doing decent laps. I mean, I'm only a 10th off on my fastest time, and like I said, these hard tires,
V6.
it's a nice tire. My fastest time was obviously on the fresh mediums. Now I'm on 5-lap old hards. I'm only a 10th down off my lap. I mean, P6 right now. P5 is 5 seconds up the road. Everyone's within a pit stop of me except for P1. So if those guys pit, I should be, at least briefly, in second place again, assuming I can keep up. Okay, Ronaldo just got past that lapped car. He's coming for me. He's probably still has to make a pit stop. And if he doesn't need to make a pit stop and he's just that much faster on hards, then he deserves the position. Which is to say, I'm not planning on fighting him very hard for it. When a guy shows that much pace, it doesn't make sense to fight. We both lose so much time. I lose so much time defending a position. It's almost a foregone conclusion at that pace. It's not entirely, but there's no reason to defend so violently. Get shin splints to hit the brakes in there, mark that corner. Okay, I gotta stay focused here. Love to see the checkered flag. I'm on for a really nice finish one way or the other. Here he comes. Alright, well, it was fun. I'm not going to be defending it. There's Jason up the road. I'm catching him. That race is still on, so that should be enjoyable. The race going on behind me is not really on. Augusto is well faster than I am. I think he put it on pole in qualifying, and then got wrecked in the sprint race. Happy to be giving him something to work for, but honestly, this is going to be a short fought battle.
That was 1:14.35.
That's not a very good lap time. I'm not going very fast right now, but I'm driving safely. That's got to be worth something.
On your right. Right side's clear.
That blue flag guy that was behind him had an incident or something. He's 6 seconds back now. That's really good news because he was showing pace, and I was worried I'd have to fight him too. And I don't want to start a huge pattern of just dropping back like crazy. Sorry, I had to adjust the headset there. I know that can be a bit nausea-inducing. Probably just too when I shake my head and stuff.
I attention to track limits. Please, Cody. 7th position.
Oh, buddy. Golly, I ran out so wide there. That was super scary. I got all out of the throttle because I thought I was going to go in the grass, and that would have crashed me for sure. I'm going to attack mode for a while. Just for giggles, I'm getting a little bored. Yeah, he was fully out in the lawn. There's no way that's the line. There's no way that's the line. Oh, the understeer. The tires are already giving up.
We just cut the track.
The best of the tires are behind him now. It's a shame, really, because it didn't last as long as I'd hoped. We still have 42 minutes left. I might need new tires. Part of the reason I'm doing attack mode is so I get DRS off of Augusto, who's chasing down Jason, and I want to pass Jason, if that makes sense. Holy moly, I overshot that. My target's Jason, the yellow car in front of us now. So Augusto just passed Jason. What am I doing? Why am I overshooting so badly? Attack mode plus tires that are feeling worn plus slipstream, I think. It's caused me to overshoot the corners. Jason's on softs. His tires must be hashed. He must be getting ready for a pit stop. Holy moly, Jason. What in the world? Yep, that's what it was.
Stay between the lines, please, Cody.
That was scary.
6th place.
Okay, back off of attack mode. Back on the balance. Battery's almost dead anyway. Now that is on pace. Passing Jason like that. I've already done my pit stop. I'm not planning on coming in again, although we have 40 minutes left. We're a third of the way through the race. These tires are already feeling tired. Maybe with like 20 minutes left, I'll put on some mediums. Well, how they feel and how fast they go might be two different things, so let's just see how the pace is. That's a bad lap.
You've just done a 1:15.06.
I can't believe it, but these tires.
Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
I mean, they're not undrivable, clearly. But they've lost all their speed. I'm doing 115. I haven't been crashed in. Well, I did get crashed into, but that's been repaired.
Looks like P4 has binned it in. Spitzcare hairpin.
That's Seeger. Thomas Seeger now. And Augusto both 4 seconds ahead of me. Tire deg is really high today. I don't know what's going on. I will be pitting again. I need more tires. I need more. I need more tires. Excuse the stutter. My brain's a little overloaded. Not a high bar, but that's where we're at. Come on, turn. It doesn't turn. Oh. What the world was that?
We think P5 has binned it in. Nord curve.
How do you do that? Ziegler just crashed. I don't know how he did that. Oh, secondary gear for that corner. That was scary. All right. We're in 5th now. Still a lot of people, just one pit stop up the road. Ziegler's out. Tires are fried. About to invest in my future here and put on some mediums. I really can't finish the race with these.
Well done, Cody. This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. P5. Your lap time was at 1:15.63.
But what I'd like to do is get deeper into the race so that the mediums can be my last set of tires, hopefully. And I'm thinking I want to get to the point where there's only 30 minutes left. I tested those mediums in practice, and they did 40 minutes easy. I don't know what's going on with the track today, that the deg is so high, but maybe it's just me, I don't know. I think these tires are really letting go though. See, I'm doing a good lap right now. I have noticed there can be kind of two phases to these tires, where they'll be good at the start, and then they can get kind of bad, and then after a few laps, if you kind of drive through it, they get good again. And honestly, 4/10 off isn't great, but
the car in front is Augusto. That was a 1:14.45.
That's not a bad lap. It's not a good lap, but for me being as cautious
Jackson
as I am,
behind is pitting now.
Yeah, 2/10 up now. That was a good hairpin. You know what? I'm going to stay with these tires for a little while. I think they hit their second wind. This is perfectly okay to drive. That almost matched my fastest lap. That's really not that bad. Still, this is much slower than I was in practice, so I guess I'm really taking it easy. That's fine, because in practice I crashed a lot. Augusto is 7 seconds up the road. That's the guy that passed me earlier. Frank Besser has been 10 seconds up the road for ages. He's not getting away from me. But I'd be lying if I said we were catching him per se. Our pace seems pretty even. Oh, the wheel spin there, I lost a bunch of time. 2/10. Understeer's there, it's definitely there. Holy moly, I went really wide there, I don't know why.
You've just done a 1:15.36.
Oh, true. In practice, though, I was using DRS every time I could. You always get DRS in practice, so that probably... That's going to have a major impact on the lap times, too. I don't have the guts to keep the pedal flat there. Just terrifying. That was pretty good. Look at that, 2/100ths off my fastest lap.
P5, that lap was a 1:14.06.
Right on the pace here. Not catching them. It's okay. Not catching them in this phase of the race.
We think P6 has gone off in Spitzkær hairpin.
So here's the thing that's worth thinking about. If Beiser hasn't pitted yet, and he pits for hards, he can make it to the end. Alright? Because we are 30 minutes, there's 31 minutes left in the race.
There's an incident in Nord Curve. We think it might be Oliveira. Your last lap time was a 1:14.42.
That was Oliveira going for tires. He just came out of the pits from P2. I clearly got my overcut that I was talking about, but he's got way fresher tires. My tires are beat.
Car right. Clear right.
That's fine.
Alright Cody, that's half distance. Fuel looks tight. You might make it to the end.
That's scary. I can't check it right now because I'm DRSing on the front straight. Putting on attack mode because I want to keep up with him, not because I really want to pass him.
There's an incident in turn 9.
Put up the rears a little bit there. Look, fuel is fuel. It's either going to be enough or it's not. I can't refuel, so it doesn't matter. Technically, I can drive differently to save fuel, but I'm not going to. Just touch the wall.
Okay Cody, you've used half your fuel.
My fuel is going to be tight.
That's your best lap in the session.
use up as much battery as I can, just taking this free pace. I get DRS, I get a slipstream that only is true while I can keep up with him. And if I turn my battery down, I don't think I'll be able to. So I'm running out of battery though. So soon he'll be gone. We're making hay while the sun's shining. That scared me. Forgot to turn off DRS. It scared me terribly. I mean, just a bundle of nerves right now. Turned off the battery. Turned off attack mode on the battery. Put it back to balanced. It should recharge some. But that's it. We got our big advantage for chasing Oliveira or Oliveira, however you say his name. Oliveira? I don't. Whatever. This guy, Esteverson. The guy behind me is more than a pit stop behind me. So if I wanted to pit for tires, I could. I'm thinking about it. Really thinking about it.
That lap was at 1:14.75.
Right now these tires aren't bad enough to warrant fresh tires. I know I was complaining about them earlier, but they really have come into a sort of a second wind. Olivier just dunked on that guy. It's lap traffic, but he didn't even give that guy a chance to get out of the way. He just took him.
That was at 1:15.35.
I need to look at the standings. Yeah, let's get past this guy. I don't know that I need to look at the standings at this moment. Don't do that. Okay, fine, do that. Okay, I ran a little wide there. I do need to look at the standings. I'll do that here shortly. I need to know how far ahead the guys ahead of me are. Because I need to understand if I can get it. If they're like way up the road, okay, I'm catching Besser. Augusto's obviously driving
That
away.
lap
He's
was
way
at
faster than I am.
1:13.82. That's your
And
best
that's
lap
it.
in this session.
There's 3 people ahead of me right now. Because I'm in 4th place at the moment. I'm in 5th place at the moment. There's 4 people ahead of me. Catching Besser, Augusto's driving away, and Luca's way out in the lead. good for Luca. I should pit for tires. I'm sorry, guys. This is going to kind of wreck the race a little bit. Because now my only hope is that people crash. But right now, that's already my only hope. My tires are done. They're really hashed. We got 22 minutes left. I'm going to put on a set of mediums, and I'll be able to safely get home, I think. At least it'll give me the tools to safely get home. Right now, everything's very skatey, and I'm slow. So I'm going to pit for tires. Normally I'd pit for softs here, but the tire deck has been so bad. Let's do one more lap. And go for softs. I've tested 20 minutes of soft driving. It's fine. They do fine. No, I'm gonna get mediums anyway. I hate having to make these decisions myself. I wish I could hire somebody to sit on the pit wall and make those decisions for me, but it'd be a little expensive, a little cost prohibitive.
Incident in Spitzker hairpin.
Oh, criminy. Come on. See, it doesn't want to stop. Okay, so mediums it is. That's the safe choice. We have a really good position right now. If I finished in 5th or 6th, I'd be stoked. So let's take 5th or 6th. Let's go grab some tires.
The leader is pitting now. There's an incident in Sud curve. There's a car leaving the pit lane. Watch your speed limit in the pits.
Alright. We're going to take mediums. It's a safe choice. I can drive them a little harder and they won't explode. Alright, let's go.
Exit's clear. Push.
Yeah, I didn't lose a position there, which is exactly what I was hoping. The guy behind me was like 27 seconds behind. Now he's 8, so it was about a 19-second pit stop. It's ridiculous. It's really fast. Really didn't lose a position? I guess not. Okay, well. See what we can do with good tires.
That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes. The leader, Augusto, is pitting.
If anything interesting is going to happen this race, having fresh mediums right now is my best chance of having mediums. It's probably not. This is probably going to be a dull race for the rest of the way, you know, honestly. But that's what my gut tells me. Any excitement at this point would be me crashing, and I could go without that excitement. So if one of them crashes, well, we'll see. This is the point now where the guys in front of me are really good.
Incident in turn 10.
So I'm not anticipating anything like that. So guys like Zieger's really fast. But he always crashes. He was always crash prone. So I'm not even surprised, really. Really fast pace, but couldn't dial it back for a race. Faster than my fastest lap. These are better tires. that was with no, I'm not even on like
Good lap. That's your quickest today.
no attack mode, no DRS, no slipstream. That's just the difference tires make. And who knows, maybe this gives me a chance to catch Oliveira, but not with 20 minutes left. We're like sub 20 minutes now. Ronaldo Augusto is up there, but he's 12 seconds ahead. And I have to say he is a faster driver than I am. Just end of story. There's no question about it. No, today, right now, we're maintaining this position. 5th place would be a lovely finish. Considering on pace, I was 13th. And then I started the race in 6th or whatever, and even with an incident, I mean, granted, it was an incident I did my best to capitalize on by pitting for hard tires, and I drove that stint really nicely.
You've just done a 1:13.35.
Low 113s is good laps. That's more like what I was doing in practice. Low 113s are high 112s. Occasionally a high 112, but I'm trying to be cautious. I'm also jabbering. Slap traffic up ahead if you can see that. So,
You've just done a 1:13.80. Jackson behind is pitting.
there you have it. Jackson was the only one that was even close to me. Everyone else is just gone. In fact, I'm in 5th. The guy ahead of me right now is lap traffic. He's in 7th. So, I don't know where 6th is, but... Oh, yeah, I do. 6th is Jackson, who just went for pits. So, my nearest competitor at this moment in time is in the pit lane. My next nearest is right there.
Okay, Cody, don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. 15 minutes left.
Hey, you know, I'm pretty happy with 5th place. That'd be a nice finish. I'm gonna focus up a little bit here, get us through these last 15 minutes. Smoothly and calmly.
There's a car leaving the pits. There's an incident in Nord Curve. It looks like Jackson. Clear right. There's an incident in Turn 2. It looks like it's Jackson.
Now, I'm in attack mode. That was for position. I forgot about Frank. I thought if I pitted, he couldn't... There was no way that I'd come out ahead of him, but I just did. The world's longest undercut in the world. We have a race on our hands now. But I held my position. I've got attack mode on for defending with. So much for a calm 15 minutes, huh? Got DRS off this blue flag. That's pretty good news. DRS off. Here we go.
You thought that lap was a 1:13.20.
I got him. The world's longest undercut. I can't believe that. Oh, he's got DRS on me again, though. Doesn't he? Yep, absolutely. He hit me. It was a gentle tap. A little love tap. A little hey, I'm here tap. I don't think I'm broken. He very much wants to get by me.
That lap was at 1:14.22.
I'm out of battery, guys. I'm out of battery. I got nothing left. 3%, 1%. I'm officially clipping. This isn't good. I'm gonna defend it.
Car left, clear left. On your left, clear left. Bad luck, Cody. Come on, don't let him get away. Car left. Still there. Clear left. On your left.
Get out of here! Come on!
Clear
You're
left.
lapped traffic! God dang it, Jackson. You suck. Alright, well, aside from Jackson sucking, that was a really fun battle. It's not over yet. That phase of it is, but here we go. We're going to try to catch.
This is okay. Keep those exit speeds up. P5.
P4 is a possibility. Only 1.5 ahead, and I think our pace is similar. He had the fresher tires, though, and I think he's on softs. He just pitted for softs. That's why he's so fast. That's understandable. He's going to... Yeah. I can't... It's not realistic to hope to catch him because he's on better tires than I am. They both are. That would explain a lot. Okay. They're on faster tires that have worse degradation, but the race is almost over and they both just pitted. That's why they went on the softs. I was contemplating it, but I wanted to be safe and go on the mediums.
10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes.
So now my only hope is that somehow in the next 10 minutes their tires go off. I don't think they will, though. Already that was close. Alright, everybody hang on. We're coming around. Alright, everything's fine. Sorry for the spin there.
There's an incident in Nord Curve. Looks like it's Jackson.
So close to having just a really clean race, but hey, you know what? I guess not really. That's that battle over. He's 12 seconds ahead now. Jackson crashed for all of his fighting with me and all that completely unnecessary bullshit. He's dead now. So that's fun. Alright, well, we're going to stay within fighting distance of Frank, but now we need him to make a mistake. And that's alright, we're just going to do our laps. Starting to understeer. Tires are starting to go. Oh, they're off. They're no longer at their best. This is when they are very dangerous. Some corners go really good, like this is going very nicely. That was lovely. And some corners, not so much.
Okay, Cody, we've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
It's really hard to know if it's going to understeer or not until you're in the corner and it's doing it, but you only have a very short period of time to react. It's like T1 there, I factored in a little understeer and it just didn't, it just hooked up.
You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
How much race do I have remaining? 7 minutes. I'd say I got the fuel just perfect. Which is scary because I thought I was overfueled. But it looks like I got it within about 1 lap, which is pretty tight. Tires are starting to give up on me a little bit.
Track limits.
So if I was having that much trouble calculating the fuel usage, I suppose anyone else did? It seems possible. I don't know what's going on today, but let's put it this way. I did a practice session, and I drove that car for 59 and a half minutes and ran out of fuel. I then increased my fuel load. So that's like 45 laps. I increased my fuel load by 10%. These are like 1 minute and 15-second laps. I should have needed like 2 more laps of fuel. I thought I added 4. And yet here we are, barely with enough fuel. So I don't know what it is about.
Okay, Cody, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. We're looking all right here. Keep your concentration nice and smooth.
I don't know what it is with this race, but if we're burning more fuel than usual, like a solid 5-10% more, people could run out of gas.
P5, that was a 113.57.
That's a nice lap, 113.5. Driving pretty good today, if I do say so myself. Had the one spin, and I had a couple ding-dongs with a couple other cars, but this hairpin's so clumsy. The first one, I ran the guy pretty wide. I think he had to come back on track, so I don't blame him for hitting me. Like, watch. If you go way out here, I pushed him way wide, and I think he was out here, and I think he kind of had to do that, and we touched. He hit my car, he broke my suspension. I probably broke his wing. And it is what it is, you know? The second one, I was being defensive, and I parked the car. It's called parking the car on the apex. And it's, you know what the apex is, which is, you know, that middle point. That's the apex where I just hit. Or, you know, that point in the corner in the inside right here. That's the apex. Parking it on the apex is a defensive maneuver where you slow way down so that you can stay on the apex for longer. And you're ideally supposed to force your opponent to check up and lose a lot of speed. And in reality, that works. In video games, it tends to mean that they just crash into you because this isn't a $1 million car. This is probably 128 mega RAM in my computer, and if it crashes, nobody cares except for pride and time. But no money on the line, you know? So that, you know, because I came in like this, and I came in like this, and he hit me. Because I was, you know, she saw how slow I was. Look, I've already lost a second to my lap because I came in so slow. I don't blame him for hitting me there. And then I had that spin, which was caused because I put tires in the dirt? I think I put tires in the dirt. That was at this corner coming up here. Right here, did I think I put tires in the dirt. Whatever. It's not surprising. Like I said earlier.
Okay, Cody. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
I've crashed at all
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Corners. I've crashed at this corner. I've crashed at this corner. Spun out. Getting on the throttle too early. I've not crashed here yet, although you could easily run wide and crash there, and I almost did earlier. Would have been nice to have put a notch in my belt for that one, but I didn't crash there yet. Crashed at this corner. Spinning out usually, more than crashing. I've not crashed at this corner. I have crashed at this corner. Crashed at all the other corners. Every last corner from the rest of the race I've crashed at least once. So, I mean, this is a tough track. I'm happy to be seeing the end of it. And, this finishing position would be, it's just really nice, so. I know that I should probably, you know, probably think I should stay focused and stuff, but the reality is I'm not going very fast at this point. The point's a little bit lost. I mean, Frank's 11 seconds up the road. He's also checked up. He's not pushing very hard anymore. The guy that you might be able to see ahead of me is the guy in 8th. He's a lap down. At least one lap down. Is telling for how many people had a major incident in this race. So for me to not have a major incident, I did have to come in for repairs because of the first hit. But I kind of parlayed that into a scheduled pit stop. I guess you could say that's major because theoretically if that hadn't happened, well, I might have had one less pit stop. I would have been 20 seconds up the road and I would have been in 4th instead of 5th. So really honestly, what's the difference? 4th would have been a nice finish. But it's not a huge difference, is what I mean. It's not like it's 10 positions or something. Didn't need the tow truck. That's a major incident to me. So if I have to tow the car. And that happened a lot in practice. Oh, that's a white flag I'm happy to see. 1 lap to go. Final lap right here.
We're running on fumes, mate. 1 more lap to go. That last lap was a 1:14.19.
I got fuel for 1.7 more laps. I've got just enough fuel to get through. Now, did anyone else run out of fuel? Frank is losing time like crazy. I don't know. But I think he's just bringing it home, probably. Yeah, I got plenty of fuel now. Like plenty, I mean I've got enough to get to the end.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Luca win the race? He did.
Very little fuel left.
And with that, we will take home P5.
Looks like the leader has gone off in turn 2. P5. Okay, it's over.
I know that my pit crew guy can be all cranky. Someone's doing donuts. How's Luca doing some donuts? Good for him. He drove a good race. P5 is a great result. I'm not mad about it at all. That went really as well as I could have hoped, if not better than I truly thought would happen. So anyway, that's it for me. Take off my gloves here and turn this YouTube thing off. I gotta adjust my headset to do that though, so it'll look like I'm looking up, hopefully. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. I do appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.